You are welcome to Math Solution. In our previous class, we looked at how to use factor method to solve quadratic equations. So we consider the first example. But here in our lesson, we are continuing from where we stopped. We are taking the second example. Now, we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 equals to what? 0. How do we solve this? Now, we take this first 2x squared, then multiply it by minus 3. And the sign of this 2x squared is plus. So the plus is invincible. So if you multiply this out, you are going to have plus times minus is minus. Then 2x squared times 3. Just multiply the 3 and 2. That gives us 6. And then you write out our x squared this way. So we have minus 6x squared. Now the next thing we are going to do is to come to this side and write out our minus 6x squared. Now if we are writing this minus 6x squared, what are we going to do with it? We are going to look for its factors. Now its factors will be 2. Let's start with 2. 2 we divide into 6 to give us 3, and each of them must carry x sign. Then 3 can go into 6 to give us 2. Each of them will carry the x sign. Then finally 6 can go into x to give us 1x. Now when we have done this step, the next thing to do is to look to the sign of the middle number. The sign of the middle number is what? Minus. That minus goes to the big factor. So here we have minus 3x and minus 6x. Now the minus of this product sign tells us that the two signs must be different. So if the first sign is minus, the second one will be plus. If here is minus, this next one will be what? Plus. And if here is minus, the next one will be plus. So now we've done this. The next thing we are going to consider is which of them will give us a minus 5x. So if you add up these two values here, plus 2x minus 3x, it will give us minus 1x, which is minus x. Then minus 3x plus 2x will also give us minus x. Then if you check this last one, we have minus 6x plus 1x, which is minus 5x. So of all these factors, the one that gives us what we are looking for is the third factor. So which means this other two can be struck out. So what do we do with minus 6x and plus 1x? We are going to use it to replace minus 5x in the original equation. So let's write it out here. So here we have 2x squared. Then instead of writing this, we replace it with minus 6x. Then we write minus 1x, then followed plus 1x, then followed by minus 3, then everything equals to 0. I believe you are following the step. Now, from what I taught us in the first lesson, the next thing to do here is to group these first two terms and to look for their HCF. Now, for the HCF of 2x squared, how do we get the HCF of 2x squared? We expand. So we write it as 2 times x times x. Why the next one there, which is minus 6x, we take out the 6x and write it as product of its prime number. So we have 2 times 3, which gives us 6, then finally times x. So the HCF in this case is going to be, the first number here is 2, then the next number here is what? X. So we have the HCF as 2x. Now what do we do with this 2x? We come over to this place here and we write 2x and introduce an open bracket here. Now what goes into this bracket? 2x squared will be divided by 2x. Let's show us how to do that. Our 2x squared will be divided by 2x. So here we have 2 times x, followed by 2 times what? X. So 2 will cancel 2, x will cancel x. We are left with just 1x. So this x that we are left with is what we are going to write inside the bracket here, and if we write it, it becomes x. Then we write the minus sign, Then the next thing we do is to divide 6x by 2x. This x will cancel this x, and the 2 we divide this 6 to give us 3. So that 3 is what we'll write here as 3. So there you have it. We have the first value in the first bracket. The next thing we do is to transfer that same value we got. We are going to transfer it into the second bracket. So we open the second bracket here, and then we'll write x minus 3 when we close the bracket. The next thing we do also is to get the value in front of the second bracket. Now minus minus will give us plus. So when you divide 3 by 3, you have 1. So that is how we have the value. Now we group the HCF together. That is 2x plus 1 into one bracket, and the common factor x minus 3 into the next bracket. Now from here, either of these two numbers must give us 0. So we say 2x plus 1 must give us 0, or x minus 3 must give us a 0. Now from here, we can write this one to this place here. It becomes 2x to equals minus 1, or x will give us 3. If you take your minus 3 to this side, it gives us minus 3. It gives us 3. So now if you divide both sides by 2, you shall finally arrive at the answer, which is x equals to minus 1 upon 2. That is minus half. Okay, minus half, or x equals to 3. So that is the solution to the problem on the board. I believe you understood the steps, and I'm sure that as you consistently watch this video again, you are going to master the techniques and steps used here. Please don't forget to like, to comment, to also subscribe if you have not done so, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of our next video. I will see you in my next lesson.